Got it. Yeah, these are tall.
I mean, look at China, for example.
Please.
Even China, sorry, Neeraj.
No, please continue.
If you look at what's happening in China, the bad debt situation in China, it's like an onion being peeled. More and more layers and more red layers are coming out. And red ink and bad news. So China being a big growth driver for the world economy, I think those days are over. China for China now. And what happens with that is India is going to become a big growth driver. And 7% growth, next year, if that's forecast, that only has to accelerate in order to provide, overall growth for the markets.
Okay, we'll come back to this piece as well, but just, in justice to talk about what you've done in the quarter, what you could do in quarter four. And here's my question. When I look at what you've done, Amit, not just in this year, but since maybe the March 2022 quarter, you're probably sitting at the highest EBITDA margins. So you've done commendably well on that front. Revenue numbers are looking okay relative to maybe the rest of the industry, looking very good. Now, in a slowdown scenario, potentially slowing down scenario of FY25, are these manageable? And of course, what led to this kind of growth that you've seen in quarter three?
I see. What has led to this growth is actually increase in our components business, increase in our industrial business, increase in our defense business. Please remember that our oil and gas exports are down 2/3. In spite of that, we are growing. So some of these markets will come back, some markets will go down. So overall, it may end up balancing each other and we will still continue growing. I think profit outlook for 25 will be higher than 24. All I'm saying is that the magnitude of jump will not be as much.
Hi, Amit, Tamanna here. And I really must reiterate what Neeraj said. I really appreciate a management coming out and saying clearly that this is how we see things panning out. We don't want to paint a rosy picture. It's rare in these times. So kudos for that. Having said that, you also go on to say that while external circumstances may seem to be negative, demand may moderate, etc., you will outpace the industry. So let's get into a bit of detail on that. How exactly do you think that will be achievable? And can you set any guidance on that end?
So look, in terms of guidance, I'd say that high single to low double digit is where I see our growth next year. Now, if we have some significant new wins in any of our defense or other businesses, that will give it an additional boost. But that's where I see it. One flip side that I see is that in a market that goes down, sometimes costs also come down. So profitability can have a positive impact as well. But that remains to be seen. Overall, I would say that we're well placed. All the new verticals that we're in, which is defense, industrials, and aerospace, are seeing high double-digit growth. And we expect that to continue. This is very profitable growth, and it will allow us to, offset a lot of the other reduction as well.